New CS2 content.
It's been almost 2 weeks since Valve released an update, which also happened to be the first update of the year. And since CS2's release in September, we haven't seen anything special in terms of new content, apart from the new who also happened to get retweeted by Gabe Follower, two prominent and respected data miners. Gabe in the beginning of December found some interesting changes to the items game.
Wait. 661 Scar Pattern got unboxed by a Trilux viewer. $40,000, $50,000. The AK got unboxed by a viewer from Trilux. He said here, I've pulled this on Monday night at about 2 a.m. while drunk. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought 10 weapon cases. That is such a bad look. That just means you might as well open oh no. Don't, guys. You're not gonna unbox a 50. Oh my days.
File, which basically
guys, buy beer. No.
Points to possibly a new weapon case or an old weapon case being remaked. He also pointed out that some workshop artists have updated their old skins for CS2. In this same tweet, he also found new skins or variants for a new kukri knife, which has been in the game files for quite some time. Ale had this showcase back in April, which could possibly get featured in the same.
The tease has been from April already?
Future update. Another thing to consider is a completely new weapon in itself. Valve even teased us with this possibility being real.
Chat, we're waiting for Navigam. It's about to start in 3 minutes.
Keep in mind that with the new loadout system, releasing a new weapon is easy and is just for us to replace it with an existing one. Personally, I buy the fact that we might see a new weapon. I'm just not sure what type it would be. Introducing a new rifle at this stage of the game might be a bit risky in terms of balancing, especially so early, but who knows?
Yeah, bro. They can't make a big content update while the game is in the state like this, no? Then they would have to focus on fucking rebalancing, on new glitches, new bugs. There's already so much shit to fix already.
It's Valve after all, and we did get a revolver.
I feel like we still won't get any content for so long. You know what I mean? Because else it would, like, right now they're just focusing on fixing, right?
We then get to maps. Train is interesting because it was featured in the Leveling Up the World video by Valve, but was never released officially with the game's current state. Back in December, Gabe once again discovered more strings pointing at additional work towards a Train remake or a visual upgrade. In the video from Valve, they talk about 3 map tiers, so Train might just be featured as an overhaul for the game. We even saw Cobble leaks a while back, thanks to Aquarius, which seemed to point at a winter-themed overhaul. Now you could argue that this makes little sense today because of the theme, but why couldn't Valve have a snowy map in the first place? Right? Also, this doesn't say anything about the work on Cobble for the future, but we might just see an overhaul for this map as well as time goes on. Outside of maps made by Valve, there's also a possibility that we're going to get community-made maps for a future update. FMPone recently released his new map, Thera, which basically is an updated version of Santorini. This has been a common trend in CSGO at least, with for example operations and sometimes bigger updates, that we get to see new maps in the process, both from the community and sometimes from Valve themselves. And he also revealed back in June that cash is on his radar as well, so we might see that soon and possibly in a future update as well. And as a reminder, XPaw noticed 2 one-time payments of $150,000 for the maps Anubis and also
Oscar robbed. I swear Oscar saw this first because Oscar messaged me about this. He found it in the API. Then I was like, yo, can I show this on stream? Can I show this? I showed it and then XDeport posted. Oscar robbed, bro.
Tuscan.
Unless XDeport saw it as well and just didn't post it, until we mentioned it or something.
Which, by the way, is just nuts that something like this would be stored publicly through an API. Anubis is already part of the map pool, so they did end up doing something quite ambitious with the map after the one-time payment, which of course makes you wonder if they're going to do the same for Tuscan. But if I had to guess, I think Tuscan is out of the picture, at least right now, and I do think Train is the most likely map to return first, at least. Just based off its history, how long it's been part of the map pool, and just how popular the map was and how its layout stood out with all the trains and ladders, it might be one of the first to return. Now, of course, none of this means that we'll get all or any of this for an update coming soon, so might as well go on to talk about more things such as game modes. Gabe already confirmed that Arms Race and Demolition works in CS2, the same seems to be the case for Danger Zone. There's essentially proof of concept that it works in CS2, and right now it's all about proper implementation and waiting for Valve to release these game modes to see them fully return to the game. Also in the exclusive interview, Valve said they have plans to reintroduce some of the popular game modes, but also explore others, basically new ones. In terms of new ones, one could only guess, but if you guessed Surf, then I would probably hold that thought. It just seems too ambitious and community driven that it makes little sense for them to step into that world, especially since they would have to introduce, well, maps somehow. They also made it clear in this interview that they have been keeping their development focused on spaces where players spend spend their most time. It makes sense to polish the game in places where it matters most. Now, if you ask me, I'm not sold on the fact that all the old game modes from CSGO will return. They didn't specifically say all, but in terms of some,
Chat.
I do think...
What would you rather have return ASAP? Or like, what would you care more about? All those Arms and Race, Scoutsman, or Danger Zone? Because I feel like a lot of people care so much about like Arms and Race and shit. Danger Zone is the shit, I'm telling you, bro. Every time I had a friend, I forced them to play a round of Danger Zone with me, and they kept saying, let's play one more. Let's play until we win. It is so addicting, I'm telling you. So underrated. Imagine proximity chat in CS2 now. They release it maybe bigger maps and more people. Like Warzone vibes. Bruder. RVP across the map. Wow. CS2, a lot more is possible.
Danger Zone will make a comeback.
Proximity chat would make sense, no? Literally, bro, because everybody has voice chat already. It's not like a new thing that you introduce to Call of Duty and, oh yeah, proximity chat like this. Everybody has a push-to-talk button already. Bruder.
Danger Zone really stood out.
Imagine.
It makes sense to see this one come back soon. In any case, Valve likes to rely on data, so they're likely going to rely on it now to know which ones are worth bringing back today at least. The game also certainly needs further optimization and is far from perfect, so expect some more updates or bug fixes to the actual game itself. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a little taste for what we might be getting in the future.
Check out Banana Gaming, I think. Banana Gaming, legend, Zag. Leave him some love, you already know.